Imagine a world where magic isn't just a mystical force, but a rigid hierarchy of power, and you are the one destined to shatter its foundations. That views independent magic users as threats to be controlled or destroyed. But when you discover that mastering this new tier of power isn't about following the ancient codes, but about rewriting the rules of spellcraft to suit your own survival, you realize that authority isn't given, it's seized through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to Knights Magi, the pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Terry Mancour's Spellmonger series. If you love progression fantasy tropes, magical warfare, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist master a hostile cosmos through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of societal reconstruction. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's confrontation with the established magical order, thrusting him into a race against time to secure his position before rival mages or political enemies dismantle his influence. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of ozone and old parchment, the static of encrypted comms, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where he is erased from history. Mancour excels at capturing the psychological toll of isolation, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just death, but eternal displacement. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular Mage-Lord trope and the brilliant asymmetrical warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting lasers, it's about understanding the complex ecology of magical politics, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior capital. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of the Spellmonger series lies in its characters and the heavy burden of integrity. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical power fire, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Knights Magi is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Terry Mancour has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.